The 10 highest jumpers in NBA history. Before we alley-oop in this heart-racing highest jumps of all time in NBA history, can you tell me what alley-oop means in the world of basketball? Do you want to block this question? Fair enough. What does block mean in the charged court of basketball? Do you want to know the answer? Then stick to the end to enrich your understanding of the beautifully passionate game of basketball. And if you already know the answer, comment down below. In this video, Sportflix will go through the mind-boggling and physics-defying jumps of all time. Throughout the NBA's enriched history, there have been many players who performed such athletic maneuvers that seem like it's beyond human capabilities. Their jump span is almost so great and impressive that it's impossible to believe if you haven't watched them perform that miracle with your own eyes. The magnificent jumps these players have managed to perfect are the product of years of practice and great presence of mind. But before going into these moments of the phenomenal jumps, let's do a crash course in the physics of the jump. The whole science of the jump and making it rain in the game of basketball dribs on the concept of projectile motion. Now, have you ever thought about why a player appears to be suspended in midair while making a shot? Now, this happens because of projectile motion. Bear with me for a moment. Whenever an object, say a basketball, is thrown in the air, that basketball will spend a significant amount of time in the top part of the throw. Isn't the marriage of the science of basketball with the art of players amazing? Besides this, another concept that applies to the glamour of basketball is this. Imagine a basketball, or take a basketball in your hand. Now, what is surrounding that ball? Yes, exactly, air. Now, upward forces are applied on the ball called buoyant force, similar to the force on an airplane, and this force exists because air applies pressure on the ball. Without any wedgie, let's swish into the powerful highest jumps of all time in the history of the NBA. We'll go from 10 to 1, so get ready to be pumped up and comment down below with your personal best jump. Now let's swish right into the top 10 legendary jumps in the history of the NBA. Dribbling like a cheetah and jumping to shoot at number 10 is Shannon Brown with a vertical jump of 44.5 inches. Now, Shannon Brown has impressed Kobe with his athletic ability, and this is enough to prove that he is above average athletic wonder. His vertical is 44.5 inches. Brown won 2 titles with the Lakers in 2009 and 2010, where he played the best basketball of his career. He also appeared in the 2010 dunk contest, but surprisingly couldn't get into the first round. Claiming the number 9 slot is Zion Williamson. It's unreal that a 285-pound man built like a tank can jump as high as Zion can. Zion is like a Tesla Model X, a vehicle that can win a race against a sports car. Williamson is the most athletic player in the NBA. With a record vertical leap of 44.5 inches, he is the physically most challenging person to guard. We've seen players fly away when they make first contact with his large body. At Duke, he completed a dunk from the free throw line. Watching the game of this physical marvel is true happiness and inspiration. Blocking fiercely at number 8 is Spud Webb. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of basketball? Height, right? What if we tell you that the next candidate on our list was the 3rd shortest player in NBA history? You heard it right. This Lilliputian of the basketball world was able to jump a vertical of 46 inches. Defeating 6' 7" Dominic Wilkins is another feather on his cap. Blocking next at number 7, we have Derrick Jones Jr., sharing the same vertical leap as his predecessor. Derrick Jones Jr. always impresses. Although basketball lovers seem to be divided in their opinion when it comes to the 2020 Grand Dunk Contest, his 46-inch leap never fails to impress, and his gravity-defying glide is indeed a treat to the eyes. Next at number 6, we got Zach LaVine. Not only does this basketball genius crack the game with a vertical leap of 46 inches, but he also manages to glide well against gravity. Don't believe us? Could you take a look at his breathtaking dunks? Surprises us how well he can dunk from a distance. Although fans had second thoughts about his dunks after 2017, he managed to pick himself up and still has his fans talking. Okay, we're going off topic for a brief couple of seconds. Getting to this point of the video wouldn't be a pain for an average basketball enthusiast, but we are going to thank you for staying with us till this point. Why don't you shower us with love by hitting those subscribe and like buttons? Next, at number 5, we got James White at 46 inches as well. Unlike his contemporaries, White didn't have glossy banners to hold for himself. We are right, White was a great player. Why else would he be nicknamed Flight? Having appeared in only 67 games with an average of around 2.7 points per game, he didn't have much to boast about, but hey, hard work always pays. This man is a testimony to that statement. Winning the NBA dunk contest of 2013 is among many feathers in his cap. Climbing up the ladder of vertical leaps, we got Jason Richardson at 46.5 inches. This man was known for his stunning leaps in the early 2000s. Why else would someone be considered the 5th pick for the NBA draft after playing for Michigan State University? His athletic performance helped him find a regular spot in the NBA top 10. His back-to-back wins at the 2002 and 2003 dunk contests make him a stellar basketball player. Next on the list at number 3 is Dennis Smith Jr. with an eye-rounding vertical leap of 48 inches. While height is a boon when it comes to basketball, it certainly doesn't mean that you don't need to work on your game. As of now, he does seem to be having some teething troubles. Well, at least that's what we feel after looking at his average score of 5 points per game. With all that being said, Dennis Smith Jr. is known for his top-notch defending skills, which serve as a decent backup. As the first runner-up in this category, we got Darrell Griffith at 48 inches. He was known for his athletic prowess in the 80s, and we still look at him with awe. His accolades include the NCAA Final Four Most Outstanding Player and John R. Wooden Player of the Year award in 1980, among many others. He was nicknamed Dr. Duncanstein by basketball enthusiasts. Finally, at the top of our list, we got Michael Jordan at 48 inches. If basketball were a religion, this man is God. His muscular frame and large hands only add to his skills. Add exceptional leaping abilities to that mix. You get a player with the ability to make dunks from a free throw line. His gravity-defying leaps only make us question his childhood superhero. Perhaps that's what gave him the nickname Air Jordan. His unique game planning skills along with his ultra-muscular physique make him nothing less than jaw-dropping. Turns out that amazing athletics is part of his genes. His brother, Larry Jordan, though not as legendary, did manage to score a vertical leap of 44 inches. With that, we come to the end of the list, fellas. Who out of all these players motivated you to up your basketball game? Wait a minute, wouldn't we be blindfolding ourselves by making a blanket assumption like that? So strike that. What do you like more, playing on the ground or analyzing from the bench? We adore both types of subscribers alike. Even if you just happen to glance at this video, we adore you as well. Thank you for finding and sticking with us until this point. Consider subscribing to us and giving us a big fat thumbs up. Engage with us in the comments section and tell us your suggestions. And just in case you've forgotten, there's a bell button right next to that subscribe button. Click on it to never miss out on sporty content like this. With that, we take your leave.